we get this question. I don't know if a million times would be an understatement, I think. And but I would still say that it is much easier to answer this question now than, let's say, it was 5 years ago or 7 years ago, when the founder Ajit Karimpanna, who started this company, was answering this question at that time. Um, and so there are a lot of insights that we have built over the years, and we've got from the consumers, from the business model. But if there is one overarching insight, if I could put it, and it's hard to put it like that, but it is on that Indian urban millennial consumer that we are talking about, right? And most new age businesses are built around that segment of Indian urban millennial consumer. And when we talk about this typical consumer, um, it's abundantly clear that this consumer values convenience over, let's say, just cost or money, or right. And convenience means a lot of things to a lot of different things to a lot of people. And then secondly, and we can talk about these things, and second, uh, this target audience now values experiences, and like their priorities are shifting, so they value experiences over, let's say, owning material assets. Now if you talk about wish lists of this audience, you will find more like a trip to Europe or international travel, versus, let's say, I'm saving to buy my first house, right? And lastly, this consumer, actually we underestimate the Indian consumer, but they're very open and eager to adopt new ideas, new technologies, um, if given a chance or given an alternative. So coming back to this tactical question, buy versus rent. So for example, if you talk about Furlenco, we never say that we are a short-term rental company, or we never say that it is easier, it's cheaper to rent versus buying a product. It might be, I'm not saying no, but that is not the value proposition. The value proposition is this hassle-free, convenient nature of setting up your house, and then um, not be stuck with that one piece of furniture all along. And that is the convenience aspect of it. And when we even talk about like cheaper or more expensive, it could be cheaper just in terms of like absolute dollar cost. But now there are costs like what is the convenience cost, or the time value of or money value of time that you are spending. If you want to set up your house, it takes a long journey in the unorganized furniture industry to find those pieces of furniture that you would really want, versus Falenco, where super fast clicks on the app would get your entire house set up in 24 hours or maybe 48 hours. And if you don't like it, you can always return it. So the decision making process is much easier, simpler, and faster. So it's really not about money. It's like it is very superficial to think about Indian consumer as it's only about money. Like I would buy or rent only depending on money. There are so many intangible factors that go into this decision making process, and that's what Falenco has done. And it's not just Falenco. Like, why are you ordering from Swiggy? You can just drive up and save that delivery fee if it was only about money, right?
Sure.
Why are you doing Dunzo? In fact, like Dunzo is even better example. Everything that Dunzo does, for the most part, you were doing on your own and saving that bucks that you are now paying to Dunzo. So if that were the case, those businesses would not have made it. And so now we are answering this question much less. I think we are far from that proof of concept. We are in 8 cities in India.
Hmm.
We have catered to over 150,000 homes. So this is not really the question. And I would just end it with the founder's quote. Like, this is one quote that I really like: "The power of subscription is the power to unsubscribe." And that is what, in one line, summarizes why people rent versus buy. And we don't like us to be called as rental company. We actually, the proposition is subscription is a way of life, and come subscribe.